Hey everyone, this is Abra, and I'm back to give my 2 cents on the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once. The movie stars the elegant and incredibly talented action movie star Michelle Yeoh, Ke Huy Quan, best known as Short Round from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, relative newcomer Stephanie Hsu, and movie veteran Jamie Lee Curtis. This is a sci-fi fantasy drama film that explores the concept of multiple universes, aka a multiverse. It also explores the idea of what could have been and the power of love. I watched this movie a couple of days ago and needed some time to digest everything. At times, it felt like the movie was throwing everything at the audience, all at once. At one point, it was dipping into scenarios and concepts so outlandish and abstract that it felt as if I were experiencing an acid trip. The movie is about an Asian immigrant named Evelyn who seems to be living a rather humdrum life. She owns and operates an aging laundromat and is in the midst of an audit by the IRS.
Mrs. Wang, are you with us?
She seems displeased with how her life has turned out. Her husband appears to be a bit of a loser, albeit sweet, and her daughter seems to be on an aimless path with her life. During her appointment with the IRS auditor, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, Evelyn gets a visit from Waymond from another universe, the Alphaverse. He pleads for her help in defeating a growing evil that threatens to destroy not only his universe, but all of the multiverses. Interestingly, this version of Evelyn, the least successful of all Evelyns, is the last hope for saving everything. This evil, known as Jobu Tupaki, was created from the Alphaverse's version of Evelyn's daughter, Joy. The girl, having access to over 6,000 universes, appears to have gone mad. Now having grown tired of existence, she desires the destruction of everything. The movie is broken down into 3 parts. During each act, the audience is introduced to more and more aspects of various multiverses. They range from versions where Evelyn has become a big star, a universe in which everyone has hot dog fingers, to a universe where life never evolved, and Evelyn and Jobu Joy communicate as rocks, and everything in between. If you can think of it, there's probably a universe out there in the multiverse that has it. I found the movie as a whole enjoyable, although at times it did feel a bit overwhelming, and at other times a bit slow. This was towards the latter part of the film. The martial arts aspect of the film was a bit of a letdown. I appreciated the fact that they didn't take the lazy way out and rely on quick cuts to cover up sloppy choreography. However, it felt as though it lacked something, and I can't quite put my finger on what that something is. All I can say is that it didn't feel as though it had the same impact, both literally and figuratively speaking, as some of Michelle Yeoh's previous action films. I do have to give the film credit, though, for being incredibly creative with the scenes. I'm sure most of us at one time or another thought, what if? How would my life have been different if only I had done A rather than B? This movie partially explores that notion, albeit in a rather insanity-inducing sort of way. This world, this universe can feel very overwhelming, chaotic, and sometimes random, perhaps even meaningless, as Joy Jobu suggests. However, it is the connections, the relationships that we form throughout our lives that help give us meaning. If you peel all of the craziness of the film away, at its core, I believe that the message is love and a connection to those around you. In my opinion, even though the fundamental message is a good one, this film isn't for everyone. I think some people will get swept up in the madness that comes with the exploration of the different universes. Those coming into the movie hoping for a pure martial arts action flick will also most likely be disappointed. I feel those filmgoers who go into Everything Everywhere All at Once with an open mind and a desire to escape for 2+ hours will get the most out of the flick.
I am paying attention.
I do give the film a recommend, as it was a breath of fresh air. So many movies today seem to either follow a cookie-cutter formula or are afraid to take risks. And taking risks was something that this film had no reservations about doing. I have to give credit to the writers and directors for giving us something completely different. And while it wasn't perfect, I hope to see more movies take creative risks like this in the future.
Very busy today. No time to help you.